You didn't get betrayed, you got replaced. You did exactly what was asked of you. You carried the weight, you followed the rules, and the moment you stopped being useful, they stopped pretending that you mattered. This is not a rumor. It is not a philosophy. This is Goro Takemura's story, and the moment that loyalty stops protecting you. It's a moment in Takemura's life where the truth finally becomes impossible to ignore. Because this is where he learned something that most loyal men learn too late. Cause see, Takemura gives Arasaka everything. His loyalty doesn't waver, and his discipline never slips. Even after Saburo Arasaka is murdered, Takemura doesn't turn bitter. He just gets more focused. He protects the truth. He protects the company. He protects the system that raised him. And what does Arasaka do? They mark him as a liability. Not because he failed, and not because he betrayed anyone, but because his usefulness expired the moment that Saburo died. Cause see, Takemura isn't hunted because he's dangerous. He's hunted because he's no longer needed. And that's the part that people miss. Takemura never stops being loyal. He still believes in the order. He still believes in honor. And he still believes in service. But Arasaka doesn't believe in him anymore. And that's the fracture. Because loyalty only matters when someone needs you. And once they don't, it becomes invisible. You don't get thanked. You don't get protected. You don't get remembered. You just get removed. And this is where it stops being about Cyberpunk. Because you've seen this happen. The employee who carried the company through chaos until the restructure made him redundant. The man who stayed loyal to people who outgrew him and acted confused when he was left behind. The soldier, the fixer, the provider, the dependable one. Not fired for failure, not punished for wrongdoing, just quietly replaced. Cause see, loyalty promises safety. It whispers, if I stay consistent, I'll be protected. If I don't complain, I'll be valued. If I sacrifice enough, then I'll matter. And Takemura believed that. And the moment he stopped being useful, the system treated him like a loose end. Because loyalty does not create security. Leverage does. So Takemura loses his position, he loses his protection, and he loses his identity. Not all at once, and not loudly, but completely. And here's the cruel part. He didn't even realize he was being discarded at first, because loyalty teaches you to assume the fault is yours. So instead of asking, why did they abandon me? You ask, what did I do wrong? And this is where Takemura finally understands that he wasn't loyal because it was right. He was loyal because it was required. And once he could no longer serve, his loyalty stopped mattering entirely. And that's the moment that everything changes. Not because he becomes rebellious, but because he becomes aware. So here's the question that Takemura's story leaves behind. If your worth disappears the moment you stop being useful, was it ever loyalty? Or were you just convenient? And when that convenience runs out, what's left of you?